Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You wake up one day and you can speak English confidently. You can introduce yourself smoothly, you can talk to clients without fear, you can understand movies without subtitles, you can write messages without using Google Translate every minute. Now, open your eyes. What if I tell you that I learned English using only one powerful tool, and that tool was ChatGPT? In this video, I will share exactly how I learned English with ChatGPT. I will tell you what I did every day, how I practiced speaking, writing, listening, and thinking in English. I will also tell you the mistakes I made and how I fixed them. This is not a theory. This is a real method that anyone can follow. If you stay until the end, you will know how to turn ChatGPT into your personal English teacher, speaking partner, writing coach, and confidence builder. When I first started learning English, I felt stuck. I knew some words, I understood basic sentences, but when I tried to speak, my mind went blank. I was afraid of making mistakes. I was afraid that people would laugh at me. I watched many YouTube videos, I downloaded apps, I memorized grammar rules, but nothing changed. I had knowledge, but I did not have confidence. That was my biggest problem. One day, I decided to try something different. I opened ChatGPT and typed a simple sentence. I want to improve my English. Please talk to me in simple English. That one sentence changed everything. The first thing I did was remove pressure from myself. With ChatGPT, there was no judgment. No one was laughing, no one was interrupting me. I could make mistakes freely, and this freedom helped me practice more. I started with daily conversations. Every morning, I wrote a small paragraph about my day. For example, I wrote, "Today I woke up at 7 a.m. I felt sleepy but motivated. I want to work on my goals." Then I asked ChatGPT to correct my grammar and improve my sentences. It showed me better versions. I compared my sentence with the corrected sentence. Slowly, I began to understand sentence structure naturally. I did not memorize grammar rules first. I learned grammar by seeing patterns. When ChatGPT corrected me again and again, I noticed the changes. I understood when to use did and when to use have. I understood where to place adjectives. I learned prepositions by repetition. This method felt natural. It was like how children learn a language. After writing practice, I moved to speaking practice. Now you may ask, how can you speak with ChatGPT? It is simple. I wrote dialogues and then read them aloud. I asked ChatGPT to create short conversations like conversation between a customer and a shopkeeper, or conversation between a freelancer and a client. Then I practiced speaking both roles. I recorded my voice on my phone. When I listened to my recording, I noticed my pronunciation mistakes. Then I asked ChatGPT, how do I pronounce this word? It explained in simple ways. Sometimes I searched the pronunciation online and repeated it 10 times. Repetition was my secret weapon. I did not try to be perfect. I tried to be consistent. One powerful method I used was shadowing. I asked ChatGPT to write a short story in simple English. Then I read it aloud many times. I tried to copy natural rhythm and flow. At first, I sounded robotic. But after weeks of practice, my speaking became smoother. I was not translating in my head anymore. I was thinking in English. Thinking in English was a big turning point. Before that, I used to think in my native language and then translate. That made me slow and confused. So I trained my brain. I described everything around me in English. If I saw a chair, I said in my mind, "This is a brown wooden chair." If I was drinking tea, I said, "I am drinking hot tea. It tastes good." This simple habit improved my fluency faster than anything else. ChatGPT also helped me build vocabulary in a smart way. I did not memorize long lists of words. Instead, I learned words in context. For example, if I wanted to learn business English, I asked ChatGPT, give me 10 useful sentences for talking to clients. Then I practiced those sentences daily. I replaced words. I created my own versions. This helped me remember vocabulary naturally. Another thing I did was role-playing. I told ChatGPT, act as my English teacher and ask me questions about my life. It started asking simple questions like, what do you do? What are your goals? What challenges do you face? I answered each question in detail. If my answer was short, it asked follow-up questions. This pushed me to think deeper and speak longer sentences. Slowly, I noticed something amazing. I was not afraid anymore. My sentences were not perfect, but they were clear. Communication is not about perfection, it is about clarity. This mindset change was powerful. There were days when I felt demotivated. Sometimes I thought, I am not improving. On those days, I went back to my old messages and compared them with my new writing. The difference was clear. My sentences were longer, my grammar was better, my ideas were clearer. Progress is slow, but it is visible when you look back. I also used ChatGPT to improve my listening skills. I asked it to suggest simple English stories. Then I searched for similar stories on YouTube and listened carefully. After listening, I wrote a summary in English and asked ChatGPT to correct it. This combination of listening and writing improved my understanding. One mistake I made in the beginning was trying to learn everything at once. Grammar, vocabulary, idioms, pronunciation, business English, academic English. It was overwhelming. Then I simplified my approach. I focused on daily communication first. Simple sentences, clear ideas, basic confidence. Once that foundation became strong, advanced topics became easier. Another important lesson I learned was consistency over intensity. I did not study 5 hours in one day and then stop for a week. I practiced 30 to 40 minutes every day. Even on busy days, I wrote at least 5 sentences. Small steps every day created big results over time. I also started using English in real life. When messaging friends, I tried to write in English. When watching videos, I chose English content. When learning something new, I searched in English. Immersion changed my brain. English became part of my daily routine, not just a subject. ChatGPT became my safe practice zone. I could ask any question without feeling embarrassed. I could say, explain this like I am a beginner, and it would simplify everything. That personalized support made learning faster. But let me be honest, ChatGPT is a tool. It is powerful, but it is not magic. You must take action. If you only read corrections but never practice speaking, you will not improve. If you ask for vocabulary but never use it in sentences, you will forget it. Action creates progress. One of the biggest breakthroughs happened when I stopped fearing mistakes. I realized that mistakes are teachers. Every correction was a lesson. Every awkward sentence was practice. Fluency is built on thousands of imperfect sentences. After months of practice, something beautiful happened. I joined online meetings and spoke confidently. I created content in English. I wrote professional messages. I no longer felt small when someone spoke fluent English. I felt equal. That confidence changed my opportunities. If you want to follow my method, start simple. Open ChatGPT and introduce yourself. Write a short paragraph about your life. Ask for corrections. Practice daily conversations. Read aloud. Record yourself. Think in English. Be consistent. Do not quit after 1 week. Remember, learning English is not about sounding like a native speaker. It is about expressing your thoughts clearly. Your accent is your identity. Your journey is your strength. Imagine 1 year from now. You look back at today and smile because you did not give up. You stayed consistent. You practiced daily. You turned a simple AI tool into your personal language coach. That future version of you is waiting. If I can do it, you can do it too. I was not special. I was not naturally talented. I was just consistent. I showed up every day, and I used ChatGPT the smart way. So today, after watching this video, do not just feel motivated. Take action. Open ChatGPT, write your first message, start your first conversation. Build your confidence sentence by sentence. Your English journey does not need to be expensive. It does not need to be complicated. It needs discipline, practice, and belief. And remember this, fluency is not a destination, it is a process. Every sentence you speak is progress. Every mistake you fix is growth. Every day you practice, you move closer to confidence. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, start today. Your future fluent self will thank you.